Especially when Forrest Whitaker was saying the Black Panther. My friend, you have to do your African accent better than that, oh. Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Cassell.
Hi guys, welcome to CK Watch Corner. My name is Carlin. On this channel, we do reviews for TV shows and movies.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today we will be reviewing Black Panther. Yes, we do know this movie was released back in 2018, but we decided to do the review just as a tribute to Chadwick Boseman from his recent passing from colon cancer.
Yes.
So may his soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
So Black Panther movie meant a lot to people around the world. When the movie released, I know my family dressed up when we went to see the movie. A lot of other families all over dressed up to see the movie. Wakanda forever. I know it was the first time that we saw a black superhero on screen, so that just made us felt, that was great representation. Just made us felt included.
Yes, agreed.
So we were really grateful to have Black Panther as part of our history, and we got to be part of it and see it.
Yes, and I know it meant a lot to the youth. Like, they have something to look up to. I think representation is definitely key to making things equal.
Yes, agreed. My first highlight that I would like to point out in Black Panther is that we see so many seasoned actors on screen, so many familiar faces. Some of them, of course, Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker. So for me, I know when I saw Angela as part of the movie, I was like, I love me some Angela.
For me, it was Michonne. I love Michonne from Walking Dead. Well, what's her acting name?
Danae Gurari.
Yes.
So I was really excited to see those actors on screen. Because they had Angela as the queen, so of course she is a queen. So I was really happy to see her as queen in the movie.
I love seeing Angela Bassett in the movie as well, which brings me to one of the points I wanted to make about this movie. The movie has a strong female cast and strong female leads. I really love that Angela Bassett was the Queen Mother. You see Cherie as the princess. You see the leader of the Dora Milaje. It's really hard to pronounce that word. You see the leader, her name is Okoye, and that's also the character who plays, the actress who plays in The Walking Dead as the character Michonne.
Yeah.
So it was really nice to see her. I think she killed the movie. She did a great job. She perfected the role.
Yes.
Are there any more female leads you think I should?
You mentioned Lupita Nyong'o.
Oh yeah, Nakia.
Yes.
Yes. I love that, her role was to be a spy and to help different people around the world. I think in her opening scene, she was helping enslaved Nigerian women be free. So I just love how they represented women in the movie.
Agreed. So another highlight for me in the movie, for everyone I'm sure, vibranium. So this was pretty much what made Wakanda advance. For me, it was kind of thought-provoking. Can you imagine if we had such a world we would be so advanced in medicine, technology. So it was really interesting to see how it advanced their country. So yeah,
I agree. I really love that. They just made the African culture so vibrant and strong and powerful. And that brings me to another point that I want to make was I think Killmonger, he wanted them to share all these riches and prosperity that they had in their country with other African descendants.
Right.
And I feel he had a point to what he wanted. He was tired of the black people being enslaved or feeling oppressed. And it showed that the African American community or history differed so much from the African cultural African community. Kind of, I like that the movie showed the contrast between the two, even if you might think it's similar because it's black people. They had different upbringings in a way, because you know, black Americans was oppressed, but people who were in Africa, they got to have their freedom. And he showed how that could kind of change you in a way, or like, but I get where he was going, but he kind of tried to go like the wrong path, like he kind of wanted to oppress people with that power, but I just feel like they should have shared it.
So another important scene for me in the movie, it's when T'Challa goes to the afterlife and he meets his father, and he's, you know, really troubled with what it takes to be a king. You see the same scene, very similar scene in Lion King, where Simba goes to where he meets his father, but he meets him like it's like in the sky, like he's seeing his spirit, and he's asking him, like, you know, like he's trying to find himself, and both their dads give them like great advice. So for T'Challa, his dad tells him, you're a good man with a good heart, and it is hard to be a king with a good heart. So that was a really powerful, really deep quote. And then for Simba, you know, he's like wondering, like, what do I do? How do I be king? And his father is telling him like to find it within himself. So both their fathers are giving them advice on what it takes to be king, and I think it's just like
there's a lot of similarities.
Just a lot of
and I like that it's kind of based off of the African culture, the African community.
Like
they
African
have
background.
Lots of similarities.
Very similar stories.
A last point I want to mention is that I love how in the end they use they opened up their country to the world. They use vibranium to help different people all around the world. And I love that they opened up a facility in the United States for people to help, like the black community,
the science,
or maybe just the community in general.
Just to share their science and technology. So that was an interesting ending scene.
It was nice.
So how would you rate this movie? Like out of 10, scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate Black Panther?
I don't know, 8.5. 8.5.
I will give it like an 8 out of 10. The soundtrack was really great.
I love the soundtrack.
The colors, the graphics, all of it. Just seeing what Wakanda would have been like if there was really a Wakanda. I really enjoyed that. But I think for us, it's the ending that we didn't like so much.
I would say my part, for me, I'm not trying to insult Michael B. Jordan. I think he's a great actor. It's just that certain lines, well, for me, the line that really stood up to me was the last line he said with he rather choose death than being enslaved, or something like that. Like being
to be with his ancestors, it was better
to be with his ancestors than being in bondage. For me, the line just didn't fit. I don't know, it just didn't relate to me. I thought it was kind of corny.
So I have to agree with Colin. The line is a great line. It's a very deep line. It just, in that moment, I didn't felt like I could connect to the line. I do connect to the line, but just not in that scene. It just didn't fit. It just made it like I cringed a little. But it's a great line, just not at that moment. And then for me, why I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, I think the African accents was not so great. Especially when Forrest Whitaker was saying the Black Panther. My friend, you have to do your African accent better than that too. So I felt like there was
that accent on point.
So I felt like there was a lot of improvement that he could do in saying the Black Panther. But overall, we enjoyed Chadwick Boseman's performance in the movie and all the other great actors. So that is just our take on Black Panther. What do you guys think? Was it a 10 out of 10? Was it an 8 out of 10? Or what did you see that we didn't see? We'd like to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.